I spent about an hour just hanging out and getting to know Sooty Magoops today. I got my compost situated and Sooty was like hanging out watching me, so I thought I'd feed him and maybe work on earning some trust. I don't think Ty was awake quite at this point, so I got plenty of time just to hang out with this little cat and get them used to me. At this point, I was trying to see if they would like come out from under the fence with me close to them. And I'm making a point of not watching them so they feel like, I can't resist peeking, but I'm trying to like help them feel like I'm not watching them, like I'm not after them, I'm preoccupied with other things, so they can feel stealthy sneaking a bite. At this point, I think this is the closest I'd ever been to them while they were eating from the dish, so it felt like a good amount of progress. I wanted to get them out from under that fence though. They were very brave, but I made a point of establishing that fence is like a boundary, so it would feel like a safe space for them to retreat to. That was something that was done. You can see in my composting video. Or my first composting video is like establishing that boundary. Sooty is very sweet and very curious, but also cautious. I think they've had limited contact with people in the past. Their ears clipped in such a way that I believe they were a catch and release case, which I believe somebody took the effort to like catch them, probably took them to pause or something and got them fixed and re-released them. And the ear clipping is there so that like anybody else that encounters this cat like knows that it's been fixed and they don't have to take them in for that. It helps curb like feral cat populations in the city. It's a good thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a little bit for it to come out, but I don't know. Magoobs is a sweetie and been hanging around our backyard for a while, so I thought I'd make friends. And the best way to a cat's heart is through their stomach. So we've got some tasty wet food. At this point, I felt like they were pretty well satiated. You could kind of see on the other side of the fence they took the time to like groom themselves, which means they were starting to feel pretty satisfied. But this is a little feral cat living out on the streets. We all know they can't pass up free food. I'm gonna take advantage of that. Can't see it right now, but I have I'm like sitting in a chair just off the camera. I thought I could get a better angle to have them come further into the yard and like get closer to me sitting in the chair. And sure enough, we utilize the tongue licking and pushing of the tray to get them further into the yard of their own accord. They just realized how far in the yard they got while eating food. And I've realized how close I can get them to me, so let's readjust the camera so we can see this a little better. Looking very suspicious. But they took their time running back under the fence, which is a good sign. And back. This was before I figured out that I could spread the food out on the tray a little bit, and that would make it so he'd have to stay and actually like get all the pieces off. If I left big chunks of food on, he would just like grab a mouthful and sort of like retreat and like inhale the food in like 2 bites. Looked like a baby bird with too big of a worm. But yeah, every time he pushes the food tray close to me, I will nudge it back a little closer to him, so I'm not giving him back all of the territory or ground that was covered, but giving some of it back. And then let him eat and come closer to me again of his own volition. And in this way, I'm really establishing that, like, the only moves I am making towards them are for them and in their best interest, and like, and just establishing trust. I desperately at this point want to lean down and pet him, but we're not there yet. We're nowhere near there yet. I want to get him to a point where he's comfortable just like sitting and eating beside me before I make any kind of move to touch him. I'm so proud of how close we got right there. The food dish is right by my feet. And we don't have to run underneath the fence every single time I move to give more food. We can actually stay in the yard. I'm trying to, at this point when I put the spoon down, I'm trying to linger a little bit just to see if Sooty will approach, like, while I still have my hand or the spoon down by the food tray. Which they're not doing yet, but you can see that they're not cringing back as much. They're more comfortable with just like sitting here and eating and not grabbing bites and running. But yeah, I'm trying to get a closer look. It's hard to see from the camera with this angle, but they've got a lot of scarring on their ears. I believe they have ear mites that have been chewing them up, and they've been like scratching at their ears a lot, so they're really scarred. But I was also trying to look at their coat and get a sense of, try to see if there was any other issues I could spot. Which I did notice there's an odd spot on their back. You can kind of see it in this footage. It's like, it looks like just a light spot on their back, right in front of their hind legs. I think they have some kind of probably a scab or some kind of scar. Yes. So at this point, and this is something that we did last night, I want to make sure this cat is getting water as well as food. And they were a little wary of just drinking water. So I'm mixing like a little bit of cat food in with the water, so it's just a little tastier and it's more noticeable as something that they can consume. I just want to be sure they're drinking some nice clean water and not just like dirty water after it rains. You can see, this was exciting too, their body language in the yard is just like a lot more relaxed. Their eyes are more relaxed. They're just loafing a little. And here we come. Why they feel the need to lick the concrete instead of just consuming what's in the tray, I don't know. Trash cats are funny. They're like, this water is too deep and clean. I could drown. I don't trust it. So I actually dumped out a little bit of the water so they could get to the food more readily. And this is nice too, they were like approaching even though I was moving some. Drinking. It's a good little trust moment too, because water isn't something that they can like grab a bite of and run. They have to actually like sit and lap up the water for a bit. So he's keeping, the goobs is keeping their eye on me, but they're sitting there and drinking. I moved my feet away too, so they would be a little bit more comfortable being that close for that long. Yeah, at this point I wanted to experiment with moving slightly closer to them while they were drinking, just to see if they would like still hang out even though I was like shifting towards them a little bit, kind of testing the trust. I just wanted to see how they would react to my hand. If they were curious to smell it, get to know me. But we're not there yet. That's okay. Yeah, I gave them some dry treats at this point. I feel like I had given them enough wet food. Here I was kind of holding treats in my hand and experimenting with having my hand close and nearby while they were eating. They weren't super thrilled about it, but that's okay. It takes time. You can see though, they don't fully trust me, but they're a lot more relaxed now. Like they approach the chair in a much more casual way, and their eyes are more relaxed overall. This is cute. He came over to the side to like get a closer look at me or something. I don't know. This is funny. I don't know what was going through the little kitty brain. That was great too. That moment when they're like under the table and they put their tail up. That was the first moment of like happy cat energy I think I saw, where they were just like oh, oh, did you see that little meow? Oh my god. The first meow I got from them. So cute. That's how they get you, man. Little heartbreakers.